Hi, I'm Rick Rollins, and this is Going Places. Don't you want to come along? Let's go. Hi, I'm Rick Rollins, and welcome to Going Places. Have we got a show planned just for you? Coming up on today's show, we go to the movies with Alicia Stafford. We continue our conversation with Dr. Delator McNeil as he shows us how to shift into a higher gear. But first up, Jeffrey Huggins takes us back to Zoo Tampa as he prepares to meet the manatees. Take it away, Jeffrey.
Thank you, Rick. We're back again today at Zoo Tampa. We're getting our bottles ready so we can head back over to the Manatee Center and feed those baby manatees. Great. And so now we pour them in the bottles?
So now we are going to pour, yes, so I can take that from you.
Sure.
Thank you. All right, so I'll pass along some baby bottles over there. All right, so we're going to put together multiple bottles.
Okay.
Bottle assembly. That's right, so you're just going to stick.
I haven't done this for a few years.
So you can take one from there.
Okay, right, and I put it in
Yep,
that
with
direction.
the, yep, exactly.
Okay.
And then you're going to do bottom side down.
Gotcha.
And then you're just going to twist it on nice and tight so we have no leakage.
Gotcha.
Perfect.
Okay.
And we're going to do 2 more of those.
Okay. Okay, I haven't spilled a drop yet.
You're doing
so
great.
That's good.
You want to be the
Maybe a
first if
little
you
edge.
spill.
Ah, good.
We'll top her off. Perfect.
Okay.
We can pour all of this hot water. If you want to pour that in, you
Sure.
can just fill that up with all that water.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, that is good hot water, doesn't it?
And we'll make some more in the meantime. So if you want to start by putting these bottles, we're just going to put them.
Wow, so you don't even put the top on yet. You just
Nope, you're going to put them there because we're going to put thermometers in them to make sure they reach our
Okay.
temperature, which we want between 90 and 100.
dangerous for me to have open. Okay, there we go.
So we can let those work, and then we'll have other containers. We'll fill up some more water and heat
Those need
up.
to get up to, what did you say?
We're gonna look for it to be in between 90 and 100.
Oh, okay, cool. Very good.
So it'll take just a few minutes to reach
Yeah.
that.
So it started at around 50 degrees and then we'll go up from there. Okay.
And once our water heats up, we'll get the rest of this heating up. And once they're at a temperature, we'll put on, we have these cow nipples that we have here.
Gotcha.
And what's nice is we can adjust the opening per, each calf. So when they come in smaller, we don't want them to get as much volume. So you can see that opening's a little bit smaller. As they get bigger, they take in more volume. So now that our bottles are up to our temperature, we're gonna go ahead and put on this cow-calf nipple. So this you can take
Very
and
good.
just hold your bottle and you can just put
Yeah.
it right on top.
Slip it right on there.
Yep,
Look at that.
perfect. So that's for
Okay.
Piccolina. Now you can
Piccolina.
put on Soleil's.
Okay, so legs.
We
Yeah.
have a newer one for Calliope.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and
You're going to go
try to
through the
keep
process.
this from not spilling.
Ooh, there's an art. Almost, that's good.
Almost.
Very
It's
well done.
upright.
Yeah.
That's good. So as you can imagine, we go through a lot of elk hair a day.
Right. Oh, I bet.
About 3.5 cans per day.
So this is a constant restocking,
It
just like
is,
the
and-
lettuce
And
and
this
all
is about
those things.
$50 a can. So
Yeah.
just in our caps, we go through about $200 a day, just in like this formula, and then not to mention all of our other.
Yeah.
So they do.
So
Require a
here's a
lot.
note: don't have too many babies to feed that type of stuff to. So here we have 4 calves, and it's just like having a big family at home.
We're happy to help them. All right.
So we have them almost ready, and then once we have all the nipples on, we'll go out and feed the calves.
They're growing really well, and we definitely pay a lot of attention to our manatees back in our critical care center. observations are very key here.
Right.
These are young animals that are going to be with us for about a year, year and a half, sometimes even 2 years.
Yeah.
All of the 3 that you see here will definitely be closer to 2 years because they came in at such a young age. Since we've been opened in 1991 for our critical care center, we've had calves come in with scarring, with boat strike injuries to them.
Wow.
Sometimes with their mom. Maybe mom is okay, but calf has the injury. So we'll bring them in together as a pair because we don't want to separate mom and calf unless absolutely necessary.
Right.
For a young animal to come in this small, again, we have to think that something happened to mom. That's why it's really important if you ever see manatees in the wild, you want to observe them from a distance.
Yeah.
They're this beautiful Florida treasure that we have here. But mom and calf can get separated pretty easily. They can get startled.
Wow.
So you never want to approach a mom and a calf, or really any manatee. Just keep a distance.
Yeah.
Enjoy them from afar, just so that they can kind of go on doing their thing. You never want to lure them into an area that they could come into more boat traffic or watercraft traffic.
Gotcha. Wow. Well, Jamie, thank you so much for letting us know, letting us take part in the feeding and preparing the formula and giving us some great information about our manatees. Sabrina, thank you. This is we're just excited to be here and really find out if we can get these calves to get back to going places that they like to be, and that's out in the water in the wild.
And that is our main goal. You know, our job here at the Manatee Critical Care Center is to get all our manatees back on track, healthy, rehabilitated, and back to Florida waters so that they can preserve and we can conserve too and keep them here for years to come.
Great job as always, Jeff. Yes, we're stopped at a light, so don't worry, I'm not driving distracted. Great job as always, Jeffrey. When we come back, we go to the movies with Alicia Stafford as Going Places continues right after this. Oh, the light's changing. Take care. So that's what real style looks like. Ricardo's West Shore Plaza.
Hi, I'm Arlene. Welcome to Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. What's your coffee saying? Whether in for business or just getting away, let Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks be a part of your day. Life is moving, visible with color, sound, and community. Enjoy a cup of coffee at Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Enjoy life one cup at a time.
I'm Alicia Stanford. Let's go to the movies. The holiday season is here, and so why not update a classic Christmas movie franchise? Here's more on Home Sweet Home Alone.
'Twas the night before Christmas vacation.
Move now!
and the fun was in full swing.
You have split our family onto 2 separate flights.
Mom!
Max, please!
The family left for their big vacation,
Is that everyone? The cars are leaving now!
but forgot one little thing.
Mom? Dad?
Young Max finds himself in a precarious position, and he's going to have to figure out how to stay safe home alone. His first adventure in solitude goes well, but there's trouble brewing right outside the door. The McKenzie family thinks Max took a valuable doll from their home, and they need to get it back now.
I can't go to jail, honey. I wouldn't last 30 seconds in Gen Pop.
Gen Pop.
General population. It's where fresh fish get got.
Jeff, I need you to focus. Nobody here is getting got. The only thing getting got is that doll. So let's go get it. Can you unlock the door?
Yeah.
Of course, slapstick antics ensue as Max invents a variety of creative ways to fend off the McKenzies. And Mom tries desperately to get back home.
I'm trying to get home to my son.
Young Archie Yates takes on the role of Max in this reboot and does a good job carrying out his mission to protect the homestead. Ellie Kemper and Rob Delaney are two of my favorite comic actors, but sometimes it's difficult to see where the line is as they fluctuate between being good people desperate enough to do a bad thing and the bad actions themselves. Full disclosure, I'm not a big fan of the slapstick antics, but in the end, Home Sweet Home Alone does have a good message about how much pressure we put on ourselves to have a perfect holiday, if that even exists, and what's really important during the season and every day. I'm Alicia Stanford, and that's what's going on at the movies.
More Going Places right after this. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Rick Rollins, and I need a favor. I need you to help me make sure that 100 of these stuffed animals are at the bedside of some young person who's fighting for their lives. Now, the proceeds from these bears will go to St. Jude's Hospital, but locally, these bears will go to Advent Health's Children's Hospital, and these will be their companions on the journey. They're going places. Won't you make sure that the rest of their friends do too? You can stop by K Jewelers, or you can go to the website below. Our goal is 100. Let's surpass it. Thank you today.
Hi, I'm Arlene. Welcome to Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. What's your coffee saying? Whether in for business or just getting away, let Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks be a part of your day. A place for you to come and share thoughts and spirit through a cup of coffee. Come and enjoy with us here at Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Enjoy life one cup at a time.
Reminds me of the story of the old man that was fishing in the lake. And there was an old man fishing in the lake, and he was catching big fish and little fish and big fish and little fish. And there was a little boy off of the shore watching the man fish. Every time he caught that big fish, he would throw the big fish back. Every time he caught that little fish, he put that little fish on ice in his cooler. So this man's doing this for hours. He's catching big fish and little fish and big fish and little fish. So after a few hours, the storms begin to come in. So he brings the boat back and he begins to walk home. And the little boy runs up to the man and says, "Sir, hold on. You can't go home yet. I've been watching you for hours. You were catching big fish and big fish and every time you caught that big fish, you throw that big fish And every time you caught that little bitty fish, put that little fish on ice in your, I don't understand why you did that. He reached into his book bag, he said, son, I hate the fact that every time I caught that big fish, I had to throw that big fish back. But you see, back at home, I only have a little itty bitty frying pan. And before you laugh too hard, many of us can't seize our potential because we throw back big opportunities. We throw back big doors. And we hold on to the little things, y'all. Come on, somebody. The small stuff that fits in our frying pan. The little stuff that fits in our comfort zone. The little stuff that fits in our background. The little stuff that fits in our pedigree. The little stuff that fits with our bank account. The little stuff that fits with the people that we grew up in.
It's one open invitation every day. And it comes in the form of a question. Will you be better today than you were yesterday? MDRT, will you make the daily decision to better your best?
There's no traffic.
Yeah, on the extra
mile.
It's the small things, man, that make the big difference. And that's what the whole book is about, man.
Wow. Okay, let's talk about the book. Okay. So, in this pandemic,
yes,
people's lives have changed forever.
Radically.
Some have lost loved ones.
Yeah.
Some have lost jobs.
Yes.
There's been a lot of loss.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But we understand that in order to gain, you have to lose.
Yes, sir.
And all the times you have to lose some people in your circle. You talked about that the other night.
Yes, sir. Your biker
posse. Yeah, you gotta get those folk. So the question that I want to ask you is, what's next? How do we get?
That's what everybody's asking. Mm-hmm. Post-pandemic, and whether you believe it was a pandemic or a pandemic, doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
The truth is, COVID split time. There will forever be before COVID and post-COVID, always. So everybody all across the world, Rick, is asking the same question. And that question is, what's next for me?
Mm-hmm. That's it. Let's go back to, we talked, so I forgot, okay. So
we're finishing up talking about why post-pandemic,
right,
and why they shifted so necessary.
So I'm gonna be the first to admit that we talk, when the two of us get together, it is never a short conversation, but we're gonna try to give you enough about the book, because one of the things that we want you to do is to buy the book. But for the person who watches all of these weeks, at the end, you will have an opportunity, because there'll be a 3-point quiz, and you can win the whole gift pack. It's the bundle. It's the Dr. Dell bundle.
That's right.
So you want to stay tuned. So let's talk. So we talked about what's next.
Yeah.
So for somebody who says, okay, I get all of that, that sounds good, how do they get to their next?
Nice. So I believe that every human being must start the conversation of what's next by being honest with themselves and say, listen, at the core of everything, I really am a leader. Mm-hmm. And if you want to change anything in your life, you've got to be able to do 3 things.
Okay.
And the reason why I love motorcycles is because motorcycle riding is different from riding an automobile, right? And it teaches you a powerful lesson about life and business. So there's 3 things that everyone must do if they want to make a change in their life or make a shift. First thing that you got to do is you got to see things as they are. In other words, you've got to be a realist. And Rick, one of the biggest places where people go wrong with any change, whether it's their physical body, whether it's their parenting, their marriage, their relationship, their finances, their real estate portfolio, their retirement account, their career, it doesn't matter what it is. The reason why most people can't shift it is because they're not willing to see it like it really is. Until you see your debt like it is, and I've been $50,000 in bad debt before.
I remember those.
Right, I've been there. What got me out of it and got me to the place now where I've got multiple credit cards and 0 balances on them, and I'm able to live a debt-free life, what got me there was being honest with where I actually was.
Wow.
Really actually having a solid number. How much debt do I have? What's the interest rate on each card? And how do I begin to... So you got to see things as they are. That's number 1. So you got to be a realist. Number 2, you got to see things better than the way they are, which means you got to be an optimist. You got to see your situation better. In other words, you got to be able to wear what I like to call possibility glasses. You got to be able to see things as better, see your relationship better, see your parenting as better, see your wardrobe being better than the way it is, right? So you got to be an optimist. Then the third thing you got to do is you got to every day get up and you got to make it like you see it, which means you got to be an activist. And that's the part where a lot of people struggle too, because they can identify where they are. And sometimes people can even see things better than the way they are, but then they want the government to change it. Right? Or they want an ex to change it, or they want some circumstance to change it, or they want the man to change it, right? We blame the execution of the correction on someone external.
Wow.
And the moment that you do that, you lose all your power.
Wow.
So we must become the CEO of the shifts that we want to make in our life. And this book teaches you exactly how to do that.
More Going Places right after this. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Arlene. Welcome to Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. What's your coffee saying? Whether in for business or just getting away, let Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks be a part of your day. Life is moving, visible with color, sound, and community. Enjoy a cup of coffee at Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Enjoy life one cup at a time.
Wow. Okay. So let me ask this, because I can hear somebody out there that's listening says it's great. He loves motorcycles. He uses all these analogies. Do you have to love motorcycles?
Absolutely not.
To love this book?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I want to get that out of the way.
That's huge. I appreciate you mentioning that. So this book is not written to a motorcyclist.
Okay.
It's not, so you don't have to love motorcycles, you don't have to have any interest.
So in other words, don't get so
motorcycles.
literal.
No.
Okay.
It's the motorcycle is a metaphor
Right.
for something that you've needlessly feared. Because when I ask audiences all over, how many of y'all think motorcycles are cool? Most audiences are like, yeah, it's good. How many of y'all have ever thought about riding? Yeah. How many of y'all have ever ridden? Hands drop. Drastically. I say, well, how come you haven't? I'm afraid. Why? Because we've been conditioned that motorcycles are dangerous. Let me ask you a question. Are cars dangerous?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Are planes dangerous?
Yes.
Absolutely. Right. 50% of marriages fail. So is marriage potentially dangerous? Absolutely. Would you get in a plane if 50% of planes went down? Absolutely not. There's very few things in life that have the failure rate of marriage.
Wow.
But yet we go after it. So we blindly trust all the time. But we let fear lead the conversation. And that's why one of the things that I teach in this book is you got to shift from fear-based living to faith-based living. And when I say faith-based, I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about allowing your belief in something. Because watch this is going to change your life. Doubt is belief in an outcome that you don't want.
Come on. That's
Faith
it. Yes.
is belief in an outcome that you do want.
That's right.
Both of them take belief.
Yes, they do.
And most of us struggle with our BS.
Our belief system.
Our belief system. That's
right.
it.
That's it.
But they both take belief.
They do.
Doubt is nothing but believing in an outcome you don't even want.
Wow.
So you're putting energy in an outcome you don't want. Faith is belief in an outcome you do want. So why don't you put your emotional energy in the outcome you desire?
That's it.
And that's it. So it's a simple shift of because where focus goes, energy flows. Have you ever noticed that when you concentrate on how bad your day is, it gets worse? Right? But the moment you shift to how great the day is, right? I love something that Einstein taught me a long time ago. He said, you can live life as if nothing is a miracle, or you can live life as if everything is a miracle.
Right.
One of two choices.
Right.
So imagine if you woke up and said, you know what? I got here, I'm safe. Kyle got here, he's safe. That's a miracle. We were able to synchronize schedules and synchronize technology and cameras. That's a miracle, right? We're able to film this and there's all this beautiful art. That's a miracle. We got air-conditioned, beautiful outfits, white wardrobe. That's a miracle. It shifts your mindset, it shifts your attitude. And all those things is what's essential if we're gonna live life at the next level. Because one of the biggest things that COVID taught us is that we don't have tomorrow. The time to act is now. You could be here today and gone tomorrow. No, that's a lie. You could be here today and gone today.
Yes.
So the time to execute is right now.
Wow. That's it. Wow. So I think that because we are out, Kyle, if you Kyle's over there going, where okay, so what I want to ask you though is this: what's the one reason that everybody should get this book?
One reason why,
other than because you wrote it, it's a great book.
Oh, stop it! No, the one reason why everybody should get this book is that if you've ever made an excuse in your life, this book is for you. If you've ever allowed fear to lead the conversation,
tell them right there. Go look in there.
If you've ever made an excuse for why you can't succeed or achieve something, this book is for you. If you've ever let fear lead the conversation as to why you can't accomplish what you want to accomplish in your life, this book's for you. If you've ever wondered if the people around you are adding to your life or subtracting from your life and preventing you from achieving what you desire, this book is for you. If you've ever wrestled within yourself about whether your emotions are the ones that are building your future or tearing it down, my friend, this book is for you. So I want to encourage you, if you know that there is another level to what it is that you aspire to in your life, but you want small incremental action steps that's going to get you there, shift into a higher gear. It's not just a book you need to read, it's a book you need to experience. So you can grab it on Audible, you can get it everywhere books are sold, you can get it on Amazon.com. Get the book, get the physical workbook. We created the workbook. You can go to shiftintoahighergear.com to grab the workbook. It's a companion guide that goes in tandem with the book. You should get the audible version because I actually went in studio, Rick, and I actually recorded it myself. So it's not an actor. We actually did it ourselves so that people can get the most out of the content. And it's a transformational experience. We also have a Facebook community called the Shift Into a Higher Gear Global Biker Posse. So please join our Facebook group of people all over the world who are reading this book and getting massive value from it.
Well, I have to thank you because not only did we fulfill a desire today to do this, but I sat and it reaffirmed and confirmed some things for my own life as we do this.
Yeah.
Because this is a little show that could. One of the things that we said is that we were going to move the needle, and we continue to do that every single week.
That's right.
And so you just continue to, and this is why we hang around each other.
Yeah.
We hang around each other because we encourage each other.
Sharpens iron.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And so I want to thank you again for just being my friend, to being a mentor, and for believing in me like I believe in you.
Yes, sir.
And that's what we do.
We bet on each other, brother.
We bet on each other. But I thought we'd stop by and see the lady herself. You see her every commercial break. So what's your coffee say?
My coffee is cinnamon. It's a great day.
It's a great day. And it's a great month because it's your
anniversary. Yes.
2 years.
2 years.
So what's coming up this weekend?
What's coming up this weekend at Under the Stars at Avalon Park, Wesley Chapel? It is our season finale, and the artist for that evening is going to be Sean Brown. Okay. Not too late to get your tickets. You can still get them now on the website, www.jazzunderthestars.com. Or you can stop by the coffee shop at 19651 Bruce B. Downs at Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks and pick up your ticket. And if you want a VIP seating for upfront seating, please call us here and we can also perform that for you.
Okay. Well, we're going places.
Yes.
Don't you want to come along?
I'm coming.
Let's go.
I'm going.
Take care. We'll see you next time. Take care.